Hi guys, welcome to my third tutorial. Today we're going to be going on getting the player to shoot and destroying things and everything like that. So let's start off with a sprite. So the first sprite we're going to make is player bullet. So we only want a small one, so we'll go about 16 by 16. We'll go with that. Just make a little. We got blue and purple. No, don't like that. No, too big. Well, everything's just gone funny. Get out of there. Get out of there. Okay. That's not going to work. How about we do this? A red and purple one. We'll go that one about there. And you can go in here and you've got so many different things. You've got, colorize, make opaque, smooth edges. We'll blur it. There we go. Have a look at that. So we'll set its origin to center as well. So in this one, you're going to learn another reason why origin is such a big thing with the sprites. Because when you're talking about creating a bullet from the sprite, you want it created from the center of your player. Okay, so now we're going to create an object. And we're going to call it player obj player bullet. And we'll give it the sprite bullet. Now, in our step event, we're going to go if keyboard check vk space. So check if the player is hitting the keyboard, and then if he is, instance create. Now this is another big part of GameMaker. Is your instance create, your instance destroy. We're going to be going over both of them today. And we're also going to be, no, that'll be it. We'll just do those two for today. Well, for this episode. Instance create. Now, X and Y is the origin of where you want to place it. So you can make it 5 and 10. And we'll go obj player bullet. So if you see down here, the moment I put, I'll just do it again, instance create down here, it'll tell you what it needs. It'll say instance create, instance underscore create. Now in the brackets, it'll want an X position, a Y position, and an object to create. So we gave that to it here. We gave it the X position, a Y position, and the object to create. So let's just close those parentheses. We'll go into our game and we'll create a bullet. As you can see, there it is up there. We don't want that. We want the player to shoot the bullet. So what we're going to do is the Y position and the X position will be the Y and X position of the player himself. That's what it means by X and Y. When you put that in there, it means the origin of X and Y on the player. So then you can modify that, 5 to the left or 5 to the right, by going your plus and your minus. But we don't want to do that. We want to create it exactly where the player is. So we're going to move him around and we're going to shoot bullets. As you can see, it creates a fair amount of them. It kind of looks like he's pooping them out. But that's kind of weird. So what we want to do is with our keyboard check, you've got keyboard check, which is the player has the key, is doing something with the keyboard. You've also got keyboard press checked, check pressed, which is when he presses the keyboard, or you've got keyboard check released, which is when he's releasing the keyboard. So you can hold down space for a certain amount of time to charge up an attack or anything like that. We're going to go pressed because it's our player's shooting. And that it will actually, stop him from making a whole line of them. There we go. So now we want to add movement to the bullet. So you've got several types you can go depending on the way the image index of the player is and all that. But just for this sake, we're going to go direction equals move towards point mouse X mouse Y speed of 5. Now what this is saying is when that bullet is first created, we want it to move to wherever the mouse is, right? But only when it's created. So it'll find out where the mouse is and then shoot straight towards it. That's what mouse X and Y means. That is, it's calling the X and Y axis of the mouse. If that hopefully makes some sense. Okay, move towards point. I just explained that. It'll move towards wherever you put it. So you could go X and you could do 5 and 20 or 80 and 90, wherever. Okay, and this last part is speed, how fast you want it to go. We don't want that direction in there. We don't need that. I will talk about that later. So now if we press that, we'll go in here. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Yeah. Now wherever the player goes, we're going to be shooting at the mouse, which makes it really hard to control and shoot at the same time. And it doesn't look all that realistic. There are ways to fix that. And what the hell, we'll do it now. We've got 2.5 minutes. We're going to completely change the way our character moves. Yay! Isn't it fun? Okay. We'll just comment all that out. So, this here is a comment. Anything between that won't happen. The moment you get rid of it, everything can happen. You also got this. That comment's out of line, so anything under that. And you've got this one, we'll name it, so movement. If you got those 3 dashes, it actually changes that to movement. Isn't that awesome? Wow, that was just weird. Execute it. So that'll name that thing. So where we want to go is, I'll explain all this in the next video. I'm just going to quickly do it now. Point, direction. Direction. I'll actually pause it. Okay, and we're back, and if you have a look here, you'll see, and I've got my if keyboard checks in there, doing all the basic stuff we had there. And what I want to do is keep that spacebar thing. So as you'll notice, he's now moving around, and he's now shooting towards that. And we still have our movement. So he's looking towards the mouse. Okay. I'll just quickly make a enemy sprite, edit sprite, new sprite, 32 by 32. We'll just green and blue, not very frightening, but what the hell. Oh, forgot to set our origin. Create object, obj enemy. You guys should know this stuff already. And that'll be it for that. Now what we want to do is add a collision event. So when it collides with the enemy, we first want to we want instant destroy itself, and that's it. I'll go into more advanced ways of doing that later on. Now with the enemy, when it collides with the bullet, we want it to destroy itself. So instance destroy, you need your brackets there. I don't know why. Does other work in there? No, it doesn't. So we'll put a few of those in the room. Oh, open room. There you go, got a few of the guys around there. Save it, save it. As you can see, we're moving around. If I press space, there you are. Okay guys, I will expand on all this in the next one. I lost time for it, sorry. But I will expand on the next episode.